Since the beginning, we fought each other like savages, faced nature, destroyed the planet, created killer machines and weapons of mass destruction with the disregard of life. We're headed straight off the cliff. Wait, is that an ape? Alright, we live again. Yeah, let's talk about the e-boy crap. What is it called again?
E-cigarettes?
E-cigarettes. That was funny. So, man, she was just saying, like, how e-cigarettes hitting the Suburbans.
The crackers? They fucking called me a cracker. I don't care.
You got offended?
I got offended. Because I'm not even white.
Yeah, you know when your ID picture start fading?
You remember my ID? My ID, it got stuck to the plastic. So eventually, when I took it apart, the color was stuck on the plastic. So my ID would have dots all over.
Dots and blurs.
Just white dots all over the place.
Wow.
So yeah, mine stuck to it after a while. Like the paint started looking like Mozart and shit. Like it started rubbing off and shit. So. Yeah, man. The e-cigarette, e-cigarette, right?
E-cigarette.
That's crazy.
E-nicotine.
That shit look cool a little bit.
It do.
You know what I'm saying?
But when I was looking at the video that was on Netflix, they were showing like the little vape conventions that they were doing for the nicotine flavor products. And I'm like, all these motherfuckers in here look like they go home and hit a bong, or they got some kind of THC like product.
They got some flower going
on. You get what I'm saying? They don't look like they're just smoking nicotine. But
Nicotine's for public use.
Them kids, those like high schoolers
that don't know no better.
Yeah, hitting jewels. I'm like, wait, what? Doing what? It was kind of confusing. I'm like, this is like some real white shit. Like you don't see like no black kids like doing nothing like that. Like, you go to like again a public school, you may see like a few off people who may smoke a cigarette here and there.
You may see a little vaporizer with some flour.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
But it's not straight
Juul,
nicotine.
Like a e-cigarette, that's weird. That's too weird. And I felt like that was just, if they dying from it, that's their fault. Like that's stupid.
Well, you know what? No, I think the ones. So when I was reading up on that, they were saying that the people who died, the 30 cases, they all died on the material. It looked like it was a bad mixture. So it wasn't even from quality stuff. It was just like someone tried to do it in their bathroom and they fucked up and killed 30 people.
Do you hear that though?
Well, was this lady? She's I think she had
experiment.
I think no, it was a lady that was experienced in it. I'm not sure she had some kind of medical degree or not. Yeah.
Did she kill somebody?
Well, she had her own brand or her own business or something along those lines, and then she wanted to branch out and make some extra money. My understanding, and then she made her own type batch mixes type shit. But the thing is, they said it was the kind of oil that they're using, that they're mixing in there with the THC combined.
So
is what's causing like the lung issues. So it's the thickness of that oil or something in that oil that's causing people to die, and it's in certain cigarettes.
And so
e-cigarettes.
So are you talking about? No, wait a minute. We gotta separate the two. There's an e-cigarette, as in it's just nicotine.
Nicotine and other flavors.
It's not. We're talking about.
Can you come closer to the mic?
Cigarette?
Like pull your chair up. So you in the my bad. You doing your bath thing, son.
Yeah, I have to.
She's trying so bad like a reptile. I was watching the Komodo dragons.
It was so good.
And it was just on a hill in the sun.
Aren't you
just
Mexican?
Like that. Wow, where that? Oh, you got neighbors, right?
You're Mexican. You're like my cousin. You're Mexican. Where he from? Where is he from? He looking over there looking like dirty rice.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow,
Wow. Wow.
My wow.
Wow.
I can't even say words. Like,
Wow, that
wait a minute.
escalated. Wow. She said
Because you know
dirty.
rice is white.
I
but
did
it
hear
look-
dirty
when you-
rice.
When you,
Wow.
When you
I did
make
hear
dirty
that.
rice, the Cajun rice, it don't look white no more.
They don't look right no
It
more.
has brown on it.
They don't look right no more.
So
Damn.
that's cool though. You know what? At least the nigga ever confused me for black.
I don't know what that means because
I mean,
black is a
like,
color, bro.
I mean,
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, this is a black man.
Yeah, you can miss me
You
with that
like
one.
you from off a boat.
Tried to low blow. You missed me with that one there.
damn.
You catch somebody else.
They gonna think Blair Haitian.
Hey, Miss up. Hey, man. No, I'm just kidding.
They are though.
Yeah, I fuck with those, man. They
When
cool.
you talk
They cool people.
and they look
So-
at your hair, they gonna think you Haitian.
So these e-cigarettes pretty much like cigarettes 2.0, but fucking deadlier. Like your lifespan got cut like in months.
Well,
They're addictive.
I don't know, man, because it's only 30 people died, and it's only been what, 20 years compared to cigarettes.
20 years. I thought the e-cigarette, the first prototype, was in 2013.
No,
This shit.
he came out. They made it.
The
in,
China man.
Yeah,
The Chinese
2003.
man.
I thought
That was
it said 97.
2013. No, that was 2013.
Well, even if 30 people in 5 years. Nah.
So you know me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what's the other side effects, but I know I hear about the death.
But now the
hear it.
THC one.
I hear you.
You don't.
What I'm gonna
there
say
anyone-
is, if anyone was to smoke a cigarette or e-cigarette, if you going to smoke a cigarette, then you might as well smoke an e-cigarette. One, it's cheaper.
Yep.
Two, you're not going to die as fast. Three, you're gonna get the same
Another
hit.
guitar.
So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna smoke, at least give this a shot and see what it do, because it's gonna save your lungs and then you get to breathe a little longer. So if you if you are a part of that 1% of the 1% of the 1% that falls in that 30 deaths every 5 years, then okay, at least you didn't die with lung disease and all this tar buildup in your lungs and niggas having to drill holes in your damn throat and you having to talk like this and shit.
Wow.
And I'm just saying, man, those are facts.
I'm
Nobody- no,
I'm
all
not
I'm saying
disputing. I haven't done the research, so
No, and it's not. This is at no disrespect to anybody. We all have to make our decisions that get us to where we are in life, right? And then hopefully we're also trying to teach people from our mistakes.
Yeah.
But with that being said, if you have an option and it's cheaper, why the fuck not? They might cost an initial investment,
Yeah.
but in the long run, come on. Some people are smoking 2 packs a day. That's $14. How many come in a pack? 24. How I know? My stepdad smoked. Come on, man.
Ain't gonna be done like that.
I love my stepdad to death though. You know what I'm saying? Much respect. That's what I'm saying. All I can do is speak out of respect. Because a lot of people I know smoke. But if you're going to do it, try the e-cigarette and see how it goes.
Or try.
And I'm not trying to be an advocate for e-cigarette. I'm just saying if you're going to do it, give this a shot. It's more efficient. It's going to give you the same hit. And you have different flavors.
and you don't smell like cigarette smoke.
Oh
Yup.
yeah, you don't get
That's
that.
plus.
You don't
Yup.
get the trail.
So to add on top of that, here is what I say, and here's what I say. This is what's wrong with.
Dímelo.
This is this one thing that's wrong with it. You know, other companies are doing the same thing, but this is what's wrong with it. There's another product on the market that's using the public as an experiment,
What's that?
because this is still a brand new
Market.
yeah, a new product. You know, a new way to is pretty much smoking a different way. You're still doing something to your body because that shit is not natural.
Right? Understood.
So, like I said, I haven't done the complete research on it,
Understood.
but just off, you know, using your basic common sense. I mean, it has its pluses if it, you know, gives you longevity, but what's longevity? We don't know what's 20 years from now.
But again, that's why I emphasize. Look how long cigarettes has been out, and wait, and when they went to court, man, they were saying, oh yeah, nicotine, They were saying a whole bunch of stuff. You know what? Technically, they're not lying because nicotine is not a deadly chemical. Nicotine is not what kills people. It's the chemicals that they mix together inside of the cigarette.
Leaf.
You know what I'm saying?
It's them crackers leaf.
At the end of the day, then you might have to close this because.
So, it's still a big experiment.
I mean, we're living in a big. Oh, I got it. We're living in a big social experiment. I mean, think about it. In the hoods, the government called those places projects. Last time I checked, the only other place I know a project is when I'm actually in school, and I'm doing some type of science project or a social studies project, something that we have to work together, or maybe it's an independent study. I don't know. So when you take that into consideration, that a place where a group of people is lived is called a project. What does that tell you? I don't know, man.
So what if that what if that was, what if they really had good intention?
And what do you mean?
Because there's projects, right? And projects, what comes to mind when people say projects?
May I ask you a question? How long does it take you? No, I understand your question, so I'm gonna ask you a question to give you a better understanding of why I'm saying it. Just check. How long does it take you to truly learn something?
I don't know, but I still...
It's just to gauge you so we can move forward. How long does it take you to learn something?
I don't
something
know, I never
easy.
time myself.
Come on, bro.
I never time myself.
Okay.
It depends on what it is.
Have you ever took you something fairly easy to learn more than a year? Less than a year?
Depending on what it is. Yeah, of course. Yes.
Thank you. So something difficult. What is the hardest thing that it took you to learn?
Dude, you're going off course to my question,
No, just
bro.
understand where I'm coming
Yes,
from.
that's 2-3 questions already.
What, bro?
That's not a normal conversation.
Bro, it's a point. Just flow with me. Stop going against it and
No,
just
you
flow
gotta
with
get
me.
to the point, man. I'm forgetting what I wanted to say.
I won't forget. Just
you
trust
know
me.
what I want to say.
Just trust me. Just trust me.
All right, cool.
All right. So the hardest thing, and you don't have to. It doesn't have to be anything long. Just the answer. The hardest thing that you ever had to do, learn.
Engineering.
And would you say that was about 2 to 3 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
So still learning.
So now
Still like the basics.
So it's safe to say that the people who created these projects, they had to do some type of training that took a certain amount of time frame, and it wasn't just one person, so they had to do this for a while, right? It's safe to say that, and it's also safe to say, if this project was going on for maybe 50 years, they should have enough information by now, right? Okay, so go ahead.
So what was my question?
You were talking about the projects, and
what comes to mind when it comes to people and characters?
What do you mean?
When you hear the projects?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
There's a general negative connotation when it comes to the projects. When you hear the projects, you think automatically ghetto, violence, stuff like that.
Of course.
And like you're trying to say it was a project, a government project, A, B, C.
I didn't say that. I just said I find it funny.
Hold on.
I didn't say.
Okay, let me continue.
Okay.
Because you have people in projects, and you also have projects is just a building with people living in it, right? And then you have on the other side of town.
It's not the.
Hold on. On the other side of town, you have another building with people living in it.
No, the projects is where it's cheaper. There's
It's the whole
section
area.
housing that's done with the government, so that way basically it's made cheaper for them, like low income families.
Yeah.
That's why it's a project.
Okay, I understand that, but your income, your status, your money shouldn't be how you should judge a person's character.
But that's how society judges it. live in
morally you're
projects,
correct.
You imagine you just like going Coconut Creek or Cold Springs. Those are not projects. That's a suburban for Broward County. You go into Star Lauderhill, Deep Side area. Where you think you at? the projects in Broward County.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying is that even though you want to say you shouldn't let, you know, your money, you get what I'm saying, kind of judge how you define a project or something like that, society has already done that for most people because the blacks or the low income are the projects.
And it's
of
subconsciously,
the government.
subconsciously, because we're born into the system, we have no choice but to, oh, that's just what it is. We have no choice but to accept it. Like if you're born in Jamaica, under a fucking zinc house, all you knew, that's what you come from, and you think that's your world, unless someone comes and teach you otherwise. Someone else tells you a story, yo, of a land far, far away, far in, and yo, then things kind of change, and you start dreaming, and things change. Otherwise, all that zinc house is all you're gonna know, bro. So when you take that into a bigger perspective, a project, again, I told you I don't like the English language because one word has so many different meanings. And when we look back at the Hebrew, how the Hebrew spoke, it was such a concrete language. Everything was definitive. You knew exactly what they were saying, and you was not going to confuse anything.
It's just basically safe to say projects has a lot of different meanings at this point in time for a lot of people.
And it's just funny how within education or politics or even just land development, they all kind of mean similar things but in difference, which is just, I mean, it is what it is, but it's English for you, right? Excuse me.
Well,
I'm kind of out my sunbathe.
oh shit, I forgot. Well, my thing is, it shouldn't matter where you lived or where you grew up. Sometimes your experience, put you through some things and build your character. But the place you're born shouldn't dictate how you behave and how you carry yourself.
Of course, but you are a product of your environment.
So when people
And your opinion really does matter only to you. What about the millions of people who are actually growing up in the same place you grew up, not thinking the way you're thinking, like an educated black man? Or excuse me, what you called yourself?
because I see two things. I've seen places that are like projects and get moved out. The only thing that was changed was the people, and the people took care of the place. One group took care of the place, one group didn't. And then I've seen places that are poor, but the community is still there.
It's definitely, that's not here. That's not too much here.
So lame, because gentrification is happening as we speak.
Yeah, big time, man.
Even on 6 Trump, they moving all them low income families out that area.
Where was I just now? Damn, I was just somewhere, man, and I'm looking at this place like, what? This isn't the same place.
If we gonna build this up and invest our money, y'all got to go.
You gotta spend your money.
Y'all got to go.
It's fucked up, but you know what? That's the life that some people have to live. And because they don't know any different, they don't know how to really pick themselves up. They think that sometimes getting a job and trying to work as hard as you possibly can, and then think that let me rephrase. Pray that they give you the raise that you deserve. Man, some of us should really have some type of business to back ourselves up with all this money that we make.
Some people use with their background, where they was raised, as a motivational tool to propel themselves forward into a better situation.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Where exactly are we headed in this conversation? Because when you say some, you also have, it's like, again, because there's a lack of awareness, you can't, when you say some, that means that the others are still there as well, right? Mm-hmm. So are they less significant because they're not aware? And that's my point, bro. Look, what I'm getting to is like the situation that we're in. Let me not say it that way. I believe there's a lot of things going for a lot of us, but we tend to look at things in a way where we're only seeing the negative, and we don't get to see the positive doors that are actually open in those times. Mm-hmm. Why am I saying that? Earlier you had mentioned something.
And my whole point was, it depends on how you treat the situation in every situation. From your best situation to your worst situation. Do you change?
Yeah.
Or do you continue in the same cycle?
Yeah, I agree with you.
And everybody come to that point at one time or another. For some people, it takes longer than others.
But you know what?
And that's in every community. It's just reported more.
But you know what else?
Or emphasized more in the black community.
There's always those individuals who embrace that dark side. And you know what? Who are we to tell them that they're doing any wrong? Because there has to be that balance. There has to be that balance in nature. That's why there's just some people who are, we would think they're crazy, but in their head they're living their passion. Even though it is taking a life or doing whatever it is, in from their perspective, they're living their truth. And who are we to tell them not to do what you do? Yeah, someone have to put you down or keep you away from doing certain things, and then you have to figure out some other stuff about yourself. But with that being said, some people can't,
Nah, some things get brushed under the
radar,
under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And look how we portrayed in the media. That's done on purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's rich people killing themselves left and right. I always think it's not the location, it's the people. Niggas, not to like badmouth anybody or nothing like that, because you have like the white supremacists. You know what I'm saying?
Is this live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay.
Still recording.
I don't mind. I just want to know what we're doing. Okay.
You still have those, you know what I'm saying? And who get mentioned on the news more often? You know what I'm saying? Tyrone. Tyrone guaranteed to make the news.
You ain't here.
What? Hey guys, I want to thank you guys for coming through. Go ahead and leave a comment. If you want to make a comment on the subject of this video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to get my channel up, as you can see. We're going to go ahead and continue this conversation in part 2 of this video. But for now, it's your boy Burner. I'm out of here.
Since the beginning, we fought each other like savages, faced nature, destroyed the planet, created killer machines and weapons of mass destruction with the disregard of life. We're headed straight off the cliff.
Wait, is that an 8?